What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another episode of the top 100 artists of all time, as voted by you guys. This was a democratic process, and we are in the top 50, guys, counting down numbers 50 to 46 on this episode. So psyched to see what made the list, so let's get right to it. At number 50... Genesis, one of the most beloved progressive rock and then just overall rock bands of all time. Now Peter Gabriel is officially on this list twice, once as a solo artist, and now, he was the frontman of Genesis before Phil Collins later took over in the late 70s, early 80s. And, a lot of people loved the early stuff when Gabriel was the vocalist because it was so different and unusual. Albums like Selling England by the Pound and The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. I never really found an entry point into their stuff from that era. Of course, I was a kid when, Invisible Touch, the album and that song, songs like Land of Confusion came out, which I love. So, I could go either way. I think for me, the Phil Collins era was the more, easier to digest era for many people. The ballads, the rockers, it was more commercial, obviously, in sound. And I think you can't really go wrong either way, but they're not one of my favorite bands, to be honest with you. I would love if you want to tell me, what I should start with to really get into them, sink my teeth into the band. Let me know in the comments below. But hey, a lot of people love this band and they deserve to be on the list. So that's at number 50. Now at number 49. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yes, another great band that I'm really happy to see them this high on the list. I mean, I think John Fogerty is actually underrated as a singer-songwriter. Of course, the bulk of his greatness was with this band. He went on to a solo career that was successful as well, but he never matched the success that he did with Creedence. And I mean, hit after hit, from Green River to Proud Mary to just their covers were fantastic. I heard it through the grapevine is one of the coolest versions of that song that I've ever heard. 10 plus minutes of jamming, and they had this kind of blues, New Orleans sound with these guys that came from California, this muddy, swampy sound that nobody quite had. They really kind of carved out a niche with songs like Born on the Bayou and, just that really cool, like dirty sound. They had a little bit of a garage rock feel and, but just such amazing melodic songs. If I had to pick a favorite record, it would probably be Cosmo's Factory, because Long As I Can See the Light is my favorite song by them. I think it's an amazing ballad. Fogerty's vocals, too, are just like, there's something about it that he sounds like no one else, especially when he belts out those high notes. But yeah, absolutely deserve to be on the list, and that's at 49. So now at number 48... Madonna. Absolutely an icon in music, and in the 80s and 90s especially. I mean, she's still doing her thing to this day, but just amazing songs from Like a Virgin to Like a Prayer and everything in between. It's hard to pick a favorite record. I'm very partial to her debut album that had Lucky Star and Borderline, two of my absolute favorite songs. But also I thought Ray of Light in the late 90s was a fantastic album, a great reinvention album. And, that was one of the great things about her. As an artist, she reinvented herself all the time. On every album, she progressed in different ways. And the Like a Prayer album is another great one as well. So yeah, absolutely welcome her on the list. I don't know if I would put her this high myself, but hey, this is democratic. So now at number 47, Talking Heads, another great group that came on the scene in the late 70s, but really came to prominence in the 80s with albums such as Remain in Light and Speaking in Tongues. Those two, I could go either way on my favorite album by them. I think they're both fantastic. Songs like Burning Down the House and Once in a Lifetime. I mean, so experimental, but then also at the same time, so poppy, so catchy, and made you want to dance and, put your teeth out like, yeah, to those songs in particular. And, then they had all these weird songs like Making Flippy Floppy and, David Byrne, just a genius, and the whole band really. I mean, if you want to really introduce yourself to the greatness of Talking Heads, watch the movie Stop Making Sense, filmed by Jonathan Demme. It's just such a great concert film, and you really just get the overall vibe of the fun that these guys had when they perform live. It's just fantastic and great to have them this high on the list. So that's 47, and now at number 46. Johnny Cash. Hey, man, another icon. Just what can you say? I'm not a big country music fan, but for me, like, this guy is pure country music and really pure rock and roll as well, especially albums like in the late 60s when he was performing at these prisons. At Folsom Prison is an amazing album. Of course, At San Quentin as well. That's the one that has A Boy Named Sue. But I mean, so many great songs from when he started in the 50s, like I Walk the Line. Of course, the film that was made about him, very well done by Joaquin Phoenix, who portrayed him. Just all the songs on that. And then, when he started working with Rick Rubin on albums like Cash 4, The Man Comes Around, his covers of songs like Hurt by Nine Inch Nails are just incredible. Rusty Cage that he did by Soundgarden. I mean, he's taking these songs that you would never imagine an artist like him doing and reimagining them in a way that makes it even better than the original in most cases. Just an amazing artist. And, just so many great songs that he left us. So I'm psyched that he is on the list this high as well, and can't wait to see where we go next. So let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this episode? Anyone that you voted for on this one? And what do you think is going to happen next? Are you liking it? If not, let me know as well. I love to hear all your comments and respond to them as well. So thanks for watching. Top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you. And as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.